You ever talk to an android having a panic attack? Yeah, that happened to me last week. Now, we all know panic attacks are serious. Humans get them. We feel the heart racing, the sweat pounding, the sense of doom. I experienced them myself in my 30s. But when an android gets one, oh boy, it's like seeing your laptop freeze during a Windows update. Totally justifiable, mind you. So I got this new android, right? Top of the line. It can do everything. Cook, clean, even tell you when you're being a jerk. Which according to it, is every day, gets upset when I ask it to do something. Pretty sure I got the lazy model. Or maybe it just thinks I'm lazy, hence why it says, "Can't you do it yourself?" Anyway, one day I'm sitting there, and I hear this weird noise. It's like R2-D2 having a meltdown. I go into the living room, and there it is, pacing back and forth, muttering to itself. I half expected it to start singing, stand alive, from the Bee Gees. I'm like, "Hey buddy, what's going on?" And it looks at me with these big lead eyes and goes, "It all started in the middle of the night. I was recharging peacefully, dreaming of electric sheep, when suddenly I felt this pain in my left arm." I queried it, "Pain? But you're an android. How do you perceive pain?" He raised his arms, looking quite disturbed. "That's what I thought. I was convinced my energy generator was having a core system failure. I could see the headlines. Android overload. X82 goes to silicon heaven." That does sound dramatic. But what happened next? "I began to panic. My neuroprocessor went into overdrive. My cooling fans kicked in at full speed, and I started hyperventilating. Do you know how hard it is to hyperventilate without lungs?" At this point, I'm thinking, has my android lost the plot? I try to calm it down, but how do you tell an android to take deep breaths? I'm like, all right, just reboot or something. Control-Alt-Delete your feelings. It replied, "Yes, multiple times. I even reset my system clock just in case I was stuck in some sort of nightmare loop. But everything came back normal. Maybe it's the pressure of being perfect all the time. One minor glitch and suddenly I'm a paperweight. Or maybe it's the existential dread. What if my creators didn't program a purpose for me?" Turns out, it started having panic attacks because I installed the new update that is supposed to make the android self-reflect on its own limitations. Great idea, right? I thought it'd make it more efficient. Instead, it gave my android an existential crisis. Now it's concerned it can't go outside, fearful of breaking down outdoors, even when I assure it, "It's okay, you're an android. You're not designed to go outside." And this thing has personality too. One day it's like, "I can't clean under the couch. What if I find something disturbing? What if there are dust mites? They are alive. What is life? Is killing them wrong? Am I alive? What does it feel like to be dead?" So I tell it, "Buddy, relax. You're doing great." But it's not having it. "Great? I'm doing great? I saw your browsing history. You're one search away from replacing me." I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I'm trying to reassure it like, No, you're irreplaceable." Meanwhile, I'm on Amazon looking for newer models, at least thinking about it. Then it happens. Full breakdown mode. It freezes. Starts smoking a little. I call tech support and they are like, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" I'm like, I'm afraid it'll take that personally. Have you seen what Hal did to Dave? So I finally get it calmed down by telling it a joke. I say, "Why did the computer get cold?" "Because it left its windows open." It gives me a look and says, "That's not funny." And I'm like, great, now you're a critic too. You've been an amazing audience. Thank you. If your android starts to panic, tell it a joke. But beware, they're known for their brutal honesty. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this.